Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Naranam Namaskritya.
Naranam Namaskritya.
Naram Shavanarottamam.
Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayam Udiraya.
Tato Jaya Vidiraya.
Shinvatam Smakata Krishna.
Shringata Krishna.
Punyashravana Kirtanaha.
Punya Kirtanaha.
Kiryanta Stoya Bhadrani.
Vidyanta Stova Bhadrani.
Vihunoti Saritsatam.
Vidinoti Saritsatam.
Nayasta Pareshu Bhadreshu.
Nayasta Pareshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati
Bhagavati Vastoke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Bhakti Bhagavati Naistaki.
Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, please repeat. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead. Narayan. Unto Narayan Rishi. The supermost human being. Unto Mother Saraswati. The goddess of learning. And unto Sri Vyasadeva, the author. Sri Krishna. The personality of Godhead. Who is the Paramatma. Super soul. In everyone's heart. And the benefactor of the truthful devotee. Cleanses desire for material enjoyment. From the heart of the devotee. Who has developed the urge. To hear his messages. Which are in themselves virtuous. When properly heard and chanted. By regular attendance in classes. On the Bhagavatam. By the rendering of service to the pure devotee. All that is troublesome to the heart. Is almost completely destroyed. And loving service unto the personality of Godhead. Who is praised with transcendental songs. Is established as an irrevocable fact. Isn't it amazing that all over the world, no matter what you believe, in all fields of faith, the Lord is being praised. Transcendental songs. It's coming from the heart. I just think that's beautiful. It's just that authorized knowledge gives details. It's authorized. So that makes it even sweeter when you know who you're praising. Okay, we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's the 5th chapter, text number 4, I believe, today. Please repeat. Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro Yad Paras Tvam Yad Atmakaha Yad Paras Tvam Yad Atmakaha Yad Paras Tvam Yad Atmakaha Yad Paras Tvam Yad Atmakaha
Yat Paraswam Yat Atma
Ekaha
Ekaha
Shrijasi Bhutani Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani
Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani Bhuter
Evatma Mayaya Bhuter Evatma Mayaya Bhuter Evatma Mayaya Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro Yad Parastvam Yad Atmakaha
Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka
Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani
Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani
Bhuter Evatma Mayaya. Anybody like to go for it?
Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro
Yat Vijnano Yat Adaro Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka Eka Shrijasi Bhutani Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya.
That's the light blocking something. Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro
Yat Vijnano Yat Adaro
Yad Parastvam Yad Atmaka
Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka
Eka Shrijasi Bhutani
Eka Shrijasi Bhutani
Bhutera Evatma Mayaya
Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya. Yat Vijnano Yat Adaro Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka Eka Shrijasi Bhutani Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya.
Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro
Yat Vijnano Yat Adaro
Yat Paraswam Yad Atmaka
Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka
Eka Shrijasi Bhutani
Eka Shrijasi Bhutani Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya.
Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro
Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro
Yad Paraswam Yad Atmaka
Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka
Ekaha Shrijasi Bhutani
Eka Shrijasi Bhutani
Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya
Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya. Yad Vijnano Yad Adaro Yat Paraswam Yat Atmaka Eka Shrijasi Bhutani Bhutaye Vatma Mayaya.
Anybody else? Testing. I grew up in the space program, so I was surrounded by all those things, you know.
Grew up in a space program.
Yeah, my dad was in all those programs, Apollo, Gemini. Yeah. Testing, that's just natural. I'm thinking about my father because today's class is talking kind of about fathers. You know? So that's everybody. Please repeat. Yad Vijnanaha.
Yad Vijnanaha.
The source of knowledge.
The source of knowledge.
Yad Adaraha.
Yad Adaraha.
Under whose protection?
Under whose protection?
Yad Paraha.
Yad Para.
Under whose subordination?
Under whose subordination?
Tvam.
Tvam.
You.
You.
At Atmakaha. In
Atmaha.
what capacity?
In what capacity?
Ekaha.
Ekaha.
Alone.
Alone.
Shujasi.
Sujasi.
You are creating.
You are creating.
Bhutani. The
Bhutani.
living entities.
The living entities.
Bhutahai.
Bhutai.
With the help of the material elements.
With the help of the material elements.
Eva.
Eva.
Certainly.
Certainly.
Atma.
Atma.
Self.
Self.
Mayaya. By
Mayaya.
potency.
By potency.
Translation. Please repeat. My dear Father,
My dear Father,
what is the source of your knowledge?
what is the source of your knowledge?
Under whose protection are you standing?
Under whose protection are you standing?
And under whom are you working?
And under whom are you working?
What is your real position?
What is your real position?
You alone create all entities
Do you alone create all entities
with material elements
with material elements
by your personal energy.
by your personal energy?
I'll read that again. My dear Father, what is the source of your knowledge? Under whose protection are you standing? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy? Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Gotcha.
It was known to Sri Narada Muni that Lord Brahma attained creative energy by undergoing severe austerities. As such, he could understand that there was someone else superior to Brahmaji who invested Brahma with the power of creation. Therefore, he asked all the above questions. Discoveries of progressive scientific achievements are therefore not independent. The scientist has to attain the knowledge of a thing already existing by means of the wonderful brain made by someone else. A scientist can work with the help of such an awarded brain, but it is not possible for the scientist to create his own or a similar brain. Therefore, no one is independent in the matter of any creation, nor is such creation automatic. Translation. My dear Father, what is the source of your knowledge? Under whose protection are you standing? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? Do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy? If we were self-realized souls at birth, or if we could interview our father at birth, say, my father, what is your source? What is the source of your knowledge? Everything I'm going to learn from you, how valid is it? How authorized is it? Under whose protection are you standing? That's very important for me because, who are you serving, and of course, who is God? And under whom are you working? What is your real position? And of course, the answer to that would be, we're actually not this body, we're pure spirit soul, which would be helpful to us in our lives, So if we could interview potential fathers, or if we could interview our father at birth, if we could actually, because I did want to ask a question today in class, because I've been thinking about it. I wanted to ask, is there anybody in this class, and you just have a show of hands, if you feel that you actually know your material father? I mean, in other words, do you really know him, or is he still kind of a mystery, even though whether he's alive or dead? So both of you have a good relationship with your father, and both of you? Oh, that's nice. And who else? So there's four, is that right? About half the class, basically. And you too?
Somewhat.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I had a really good father, very spiritual. But he was a mystery too because spiritually speaking, he would never talk about the past. He passed up an opportunity to become a millionaire, actually. I found out this from my brother. Down in an investment group down in Florida. And there were only just a handful of men who invested. And they only wanted him to give like $10,000, something like that. but he didn't want to get overly involved with material men and people, which I understand that. I can relate to that my whole life. I always avoided too materialistic people. I just didn't have an attraction for that, you know. So he was a good father for me. Even though he couldn't surrender to Krishna, but he did surrender, you know, to Jesus into the process of self-realization. His whole life he was always looking to be self-realized, meditation, knowledge, like that. So I would say he's still a mystery to me, though, because as much as he's told me, he's given little tidbits about his life. You know, he grew up in the Depression. He went to college. You know, he was always trying to better himself. But he was so much in poverty that he told me little tidbits, like you get one, unfortunately, well, I don't want to mention what it is, but it's what meat eaters eat. Like once a day he would get that, you know, it's in the bread or like that. So once a day, and for a while he was sleeping under the stairs, a stairwell or something. God, what all did he go through? You know what I mean? But anyway, and one day he went out and burned all those trophies, piled them up, all the water ski trophies, all the years he collected, put them in a pile. He wanted to give up his false ego, and he burned them, had to carry them all out there in a pile, set them on fire, you know.
Yeah, trophies were
He
never-
never told us why he was doing these things necessarily, you know what I mean? He's a mystery, you know what I mean? But we figured it must be he's trying to give up his false ego, the ego, you know. And I was always that little kid that would walk up and pick up the trophies for him, you know, which was a big thing growing up, you know. But he served as an example, you know. So I realized recently, since he passed away a few years ago, that I actually owe him a great debt, you know. I owe him a great debt. And I would say my wife also, she passed in 2005. So, you know, further away you get from it, then you realize what you went through in your life, what you learned from that person, and what the Lord was teaching you through that person, basically, you know. So I'm impressed. Half the class says a good relationship, and their father's not so much a mystery. So Narada Muni, he was wanting to know from his father, obviously details. My dear father, what is the source of your knowledge? That's a great question to ask, for anyone to ask. Like, how authorized is it, you know? And under whose protection are you standing? We all want protection. We all know that we're on that teetering board platform, Prabhu says, in the material world. Teetering. Padam, yadvi, padam, notation. Danger at every step. We all need protection, just like everyone used to live under the protection of the king and the Kshatriyas, you know. So there was protection there. And under whom are you working? What is your, everyone works. You know, everyone works. And what is your real position? Are you my real father? You know what I mean? Can you teach me? If you're not my real father, can you teach me who is my real father? What is my purpose in life? You know, these are questions that every parent should be able to answer. And with Bhakti Yoga, it's such a complete lifestyle. It's absolutely complete. You become a well-rounded person. A Vaishnava loves everyone, all of the entities. That's just fascinating. I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about even the mosquitoes that are flying around, little bugs we get all over here, you know, and the spiders, those banana spiders, you see them under huge webs, you know. And do you alone create all entities with material elements by your personal energy? You know, I asked Fayette to look up in that old dictionary that I brought up here back in the 40s. Do you remember the name of that dictionary? Anyway, it's a famous dictionary. And I asked him to look it up, just the word create. Of course, he looked at everything connected to the word create. So I just want to know what the word create means.
It's a big old dictionary.
I'm sorry?
It's a big old dictionary.
Big old dictionary, yeah. Yeah. Faulkner Wagner's.
Oh, okay.
Faulkner Wagner's. Yeah. In the 40s when it was published.
Funkin' Wagner.
Am I saying it right?
I think it's Funkin'.
Wagner's, yeah. So it means to cause to come into existence. Now, the only one that can do that, to actually create from nothing into existence, is actually Krishna. Otherwise, we're just manipulating material energy. The rest of us, we can manipulate material energy. We can't actually create something from nothing. And God can do that. But we don't have the ability to truly create, Prabhupada says, to real creation, really creating. It means something God can do. We can't do that. We can't create something out of nothing. So that's the real definition to create. Because Lord Brahma, he's blessed by Krishna to be able to create, but he's not doing that on his own. Everything comes from Krishna. And that's the reason the Vaishnavas love all living beings, because they are part and parcels of Krishna. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the bona fide spiritual master. Render service unto him and inquire of him submissively. Self-related soul can impart knowledge unto you, for he has seen the truth. And the next verse is, and when you have thus learned the truth, you will know that all living beings are but part of me, and they are in me and are mine. So we're all part of Krishna. So we don't have to be timid or shy about saying, because like in the 60s, that was the thing that attracted people was, love. Okay, yeah, but that's not really in the proper perspective, because it's not safe. Because they don't know anything about regulative principles, controlling the senses through yoga. It's fine to love all living entities, but we can't trust our mind, senses, and body. It's like that prayer that I say every day, Dear Lord, please protect me in this body, and please protect me from this body. And then I ask Lord Krishna for that, and then I ask Lord Srimad, Dear Lord, please protect me in this body, and please protect me from this body, which I think is a valid prayer. There's a text 7, this is text 5, right? 4. And text 7, yet when we are moved to wonder about the existence of someone more powerful than you, when we think of your great austerities and perfect discipline, although your good self is so powerful in the matter of creation, yet we are moved to wonder about the existence of someone more powerful than you, when we think of your great austerities and perfect discipline, although your good self is so powerful in the matter of creation. So I just want to read Prabhupada's purport. It's really short. Following the footsteps of Sri Narada Muni, one should not blindly accept his spiritual master as God himself. A spiritual master is duly respected on a par with God, but a spiritual master claiming to be God himself should at once be rejected. Narada Muni accepted Brahma as the supreme due to Lord Brahma's wonderful acts in creation. But doubts arose in him when he saw that Lord Brahma also worshipped some superior authority. The supreme is supreme, and he has no worshipable superior. The Ahangrahopasita, or one who worships himself with the idea of becoming God himself, is misleading. But the intelligent disciple can at once detect that the Supreme God does not need to worship anyone, including himself, in order to become God. Ahangrahopasana may be one of the processes for transcendental realization, but the Ahangrahopasita can never be God himself. No one becomes God by undergoing a process of transcendental realization. Narada Muni thought of Brahmaji as the supreme person, but when he saw Brahmaji engaged in the process of transcendental realization, doubts arose in him, so he wanted to be clearly informed. The father is the spiritual master of the family, so a child watches the father, and the mother too, of course. And we want to have our full faith in them. In previous ages, it was safer to do that. But nowadays, I've actually seen where, children will go hungry and the parents are actually getting food, but not sharing it with they're spending extra money on drugs, which is shocking. That's so shocking. But what do you expect of an age where they can actually kill the baby in the womb, which is supposed to be the safest place, in the universe, safest place in the mother's womb or in her lap, mother takes care of a baby. Inconceivably in Kali Yuga, they can kill the baby in the womb, which is so shocking. Just like right here in the next verse, text 8. My dear Father, you know everything, and you are the controller of all. Therefore may all that I have inquired from you be kindly instructed to me, so that I may be able to understand it as your student. Purport of Srila Prabhupada. The inquiries made by Narada Muni are very important for everyone concerned, and as such, Narada requested Brahmaji to deem them suitable, so that all others who may come in the line of the civic succession of the Brahma Sampradaya may also know them properly without any difficulty. The inquiries made by Narada Muni are very important for everyone concerned, and as such, Narada requested Brahmaji to deem them suitable, so that all others who may come in the line of the civic succession of the Brahma Sampradaya may also know them properly without any difficulty. Any comments? This one.
It's almost like creating out of nothing, but actually Krishna creates out of his own energy that's eternal.
Yeah. I know it's complicated to talk about it like that, but try to explain it in a way that people can understand. Krishna is everything. And how can we call him nothing? But of course he is everything. Anybody else? I thought I saw a hand up, but actually it was a stovepipe. That's funny. It's meant like this.
You brought your camera, right? I mean your phone.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I haven't got anybody to show me how. I was going to send that to you. But I haven't got anybody to show me how to do it yet. So. But I do have it.
You have it. Look at it.
Oh, you brought your shower gun.
Yes.
You were mentioning before the flaw and the loving everybody. And His Holiness Gauranga Maharaj talks about compassion, and he explains that until you're on the Uttam level, you can't have real compassion for the jivas because it's tainted with your material desires and your inclination to liking and disliking. So you pick and choose according to your own conditioning.
Yeah. Very good point. The business of the mind is accepting and rejecting. Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking, I'm not pointing fingers anywhere, but I'm just saying all over the world there's spiritual organizations, and they may have personal servants. And supposedly the person in a higher position should be able to trust that person completely, but in this age, everything is so contaminated that even personal servants, you know what I mean? Some people may misuse them, which is unfortunate. That person is kind of like a child to you, and you're like a father figure, a superior authority, or whatever, They look up to you, and so you should be worthy of that. But in this age, it's such a contaminated age,
But also an interesting thing about this verse is that you can see the importance of the disciple also being qualified.
Yeah.
So it's not just that, this personality is perfect, Prabhupada's perfect, so he's saving me. But you also have to make your own endeavor. You have to have the ability to ask the right questions and the ability to take the instruction you're given.
Yeah. Well, in this age, Lord Chaitanya is setting the most fallen first. So, I mean, we don't deserve what Lord Chaitanya is blessing us with. I mean, all of us, you know, look. Like we're just following behind the wake of Lord Chaitanya's boat, you know. We're trying to hold on like we're water skiing or any rope we can get. You know, with all our might, we're trying to hold on, you know, to the lotus feet of the Lordships and the pure devotees. And you can see it just like in the songbook, song after song about, I'm not qualified, you know, my heart's full of lust, you know, and things like that, you know what I mean? So the more advanced they are, it seems like the more humble they become, you know, it's amazing. It's inconceivable to me, you know.
Yeah, Prabhupada's sannyas guru of His Holiness Keshav Maharaj, he writes that everything starts with mercy. That the mercy that we don't even see is coming will elevate the Kanishta Adhikari to the muddied level. And then at that point we look around, oh, that mercy was always coming from there. And then we can have the vision. But it's starting with the mercy of the Sadhu.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're just praying at the lotus feet of the spiritual master, just begging for his mercy. And all the Vaishnavas too, you know, to get the mercy of the devotees. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Anybody else?
We're getting ready to go if you want to show that enthusiastic.
Oh, getting ready to go?
It will really help.
Show what? Oh, the video?
Yeah.
Oh,
The one
okay.
you start.
Okay. Getting ready to go?
Yeah. Both of us has to go. She needs to go cook.
Okay. Well, there's a video.
Assistant to Vishma Prabhu.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it yet,
You
have
have
you?
to see that.
You gotta see this, Stephen.
It's your assistant.
Bhishma.
Can't sneak out, can I?
So, somebody show me how to go back on pictures. I don't know how to use this perfectly. Like, it's not this video, it's probably the one before this video, you know? So I don't know which thing to push. Why don't you go further back this way then? Why don't you get down here? Camera. What about? Oh, that's right, Chris. Yeah, there it is. Right.
Tell us a little bit about that
The
first.
Bhishma lead.
No, he's here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think
You
you're
gotta
right.
go there. Vishma Prabhu, you should go there.
Yeah, you have to come here to see it.
Tell
I
us
have no
about
idea
that.
what this is.
What is it?
Otherwise, all the Vaishnavas, Shishigonita, Shishivadva, Kanta Ki, Jai.
Look at it. Look how enthusiastic that little kid is.
Is that the beginning?
That's life.
That's your assistant. He
Oh,
has it
somebody
so
with a
natural,
mop.
You know, this boy, he walks in the kitchen, he picks up the mop, and then he just does it. And it all came out clean too, you know?
Is that,
Kids trying to steal my
I
job.
know.
that's here, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's here.
I hear it.
That's what that little one called Mukti.
Mukti, yeah.
What should be entitled it? Krishna
And
Boy
that's
Mom.
Radha.
Krishna Boy Mom, so
Visiting kids.
Those are the kids visiting. Says Mukti and Radha.
Yeah, their names, I got their names on there too.
And the mop's
He's
bigger
not
than
just
this.
playing, he's just seriously mopping the floor.
Yeah, he didn't trip or anything.
He's about this tall.
Yeah, just small, he's 2 years old, like.
Oh,
Oh,
then
he's
he-
2 years old, he's only.
That's so small, tiny. Don't put that video out elsewhere because they might think I'm doing child labor, you know, I'll get in trouble. It's so inspiring.
I figured you'd probably say that, I'd not be worried about that, but, I mean, I think most people can see it. It's just 2 years.
That's too cute.
He's just having fun. His sister's helping him learn how to do
And the
it.
parents are doing the dishes.
In YouTube, you have to be careful. They have a child's TikTok.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that.
I don't think you should go.
No, you don't wanna put that
Be
in
careful
there.
about that. It's inspiring with the development, and it's such a small one. And we don't even have to ask him, he just walks in there and does the flow.
Yeah.
he grabbed the Chanron the other day and he was, to Prabhupada.
I was on the office, so I can't play with that, but I didn't
So
see
he's ready
it.
for all
I asked his mom, I said, does he do this at home? He said, yes. We let him
The
participate
whisker.
in the pujas. The Chanron, yeah. And he was just doing it just seriously.
I should send it to event.
Yeah, he sent it to me, but I don't think you should post it.
Yeah,
It's still on the
yes.
road. It's too small. I don't know.
Just like that.
What are you,
Yeah, I remember that. It's not on WhatsApp. WhatsApp?
I mean, everyone is. It's for few. 90%.
Oh, 9%.
Is the camera still on?
Cut it?